Welcome to Fair Trade Finder. Today we are looking at EcoFlow and asking the question, is this the best portable power station? I wrote a full article on this. If you'd like to see the full review, check the article link in the video comments and description. We're going to look at the important features to know before buying a portable power station. In order to prepare this video, I looked at the Delta and the River series, and I looked at several models within each of these. The Delta series are the larger capacity power stations, and the River series are the smaller capacity. Capacity refers to the amount of energy that the power station can store. Starting with battery type. What type of lithium battery does EcoFlow use? This impacts your battery life in terms like how long will the battery last, charging speed, how fast can it charge your devices, and safety features. Does it have any risk of overheating and damaging your devices? EcoFlow uses lithium iron phosphate technology in the majority of their power stations. I believe at this point it's pretty much all of their power stations. They might have some older models that use older technology, but of all the ones that I looked at, they're using this Life PO4 battery type. The benefits of these batteries are you get a lot of charge cycles. You get 3,000 plus, which means you'll have a longer battery life. You have thermal stability, meaning that the battery doesn't overheat or get too hot. And you have fast charging capability so that you can charge your devices as quickly as possible. Capacity. How much energy can EcoFlow models hold? At the high end, the largest EcoFlow model, the Delta Pro 3, has a baseline capacity of 4,000 watt hours, but that can expand all the way up to 48,000 watt hours. In this picture, we see the EcoFlow Delta Pro with an expansion battery on top. At the low end, the smallest model, the EcoFlow River 2, starts at a capacity of 256 watt hours, and it's not expandable. Next, moving on to output power. At the high end, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 has output of 4,000 watts and 8,000 watt surge, and you can actually scale that up to 12,000 watts. At the low end, the EcoFlow River 2 had a baseline output of 300 watts with a 600 watt surge. Charge cycles. How many times can the battery be fully charged and discharged before its capacity significantly degrades? At the high end, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 has 3,500 cycles. At the low end, the River 2 has 3,000 cycles. This is really good because you have a consistency in the amount of charge cycles, even if you get a larger model versus a smaller. Outlets and ports. How many devices can I plug into the power station? EcoFlow is known for being pretty generous with the outlets and ports that it gives you. So the high end, the Delta Pro, you get 15 outlets and ports. And at the low end, on the River 2, you get 6 outlets and ports. AC recharge. How long does it take to recharge the power station if you plug it into an AC wall outlet? EcoFlow is known for its fast AC recharge. You can recharge the River 2 Max within an hour. The slowest is the EcoFlow River 2, which takes 5 hours. Solar inputs. How much solar energy can the power station accept when recharging by the sun? The high end, the Delta Pro, you get 1,600 watts of solar input. At the low end, the River 2, which is pictured here, you get 110 watts. This also lets you know how many solar panels you can connect to the power station, which impacts the speed of recharge. DC recharge. How long does it take to recharge the power station if you plug it into your car's cigarette port? At the slow end, the Delta Pro can recharge in 37.5 hours. At the fast end, the EcoFlow River 2 can charge in 3 to 4 hours. This is a very useful feature when you're camping or off-grid. However, it does tend to be the slowest way to recharge. Alternate recharge. What other ways can EcoFlow be recharged besides AC, solar, and DC? On the Delta Pro, you can recharge at an electric vehicle charging station. You have to get additional accessories to do this, but it is a feature. On the Delta 2 Max, you can combine AC and solar charging. On all the models in the Delta series, you can charge using the smart generator, which is pictured here. This allows you to recharge the power station using fuel. And the River series, you can recharge them using USB-C, app control, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Can the power station be remotely managed? So all of the models in the River and the Delta series have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Having an app and the ability to connect to the power station allows you to remotely manage the power station It also allows you to install software and firmware updates. The benefit of having a Bluetooth connection is that you don't need an internet connection. You can just connect to the power station, turn it off and on, and monitor it from a distance. However, the limitations of Bluetooth are you have a much shorter range before you lose connection. The benefit of Wi-Fi is that you get a longer range, and you can also set the power station to automatically update itself with different software and security upgrades. Wait, how easy is it to transport these EcoFlow power stations? The lightest end is obviously the smaller capacity power stations. The River 2 weighs about 7.7 pounds, and at the heaviest end, the Delta Pro 3 is 115 pounds. Now, on the Delta Pro 3, you do get wheels and you have like a handle, like a telescope handle that you can use. So that makes it a lot easier to carry it around, like kind of like a travel suitcase. EcoFlow does tend to be some of the heavier power stations, especially compared to brands like Jackery. That's something to keep in mind. Warranty. The shortest warranty that EcoFlow offers is 2 years and the longest is 5 years. Price range, but the cheapest end of the models I looked at, the cost of the River 2 was $219. And at the expensive end, the Delta Pro 3 was $3,699. That said, these can get more expensive, especially if you purchase additional accessories or battery expansion packs. This gives you an idea of kind of the baseline retail prices. EcoFlow models come with EPS switchover, which is emergency power supply. This means that when connected to grid power, the EPS can switch the power station on within 10 to 30 milliseconds. So what are the positives of EcoFlow? Starting with this LiFePO4 battery, large expandable capacity, EcoFlow capacity, it's some of the largest out there. Powerful output, long-lasting charge cycles, a large selection of outlets and ports, and the app control Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So on the negatives, the biggest negatives with EcoFlow have to do with customer feedback. EcoFlow actually has a rating of F with the Better Business Bureau. Since 2023, they've received 50 complaints about the products. And what's most alarming, because a lot of companies receive Better Business Bureau complaints, that's not really unusual, but they haven't responded to a lot of them as recently as July 2024. And on Reddit, you'll also find threads of people complaining about the customer service. So my recommendation is if you're buying EcoFlow products, don't buy it directly from EcoFlow. Buy it from like Amazon or, REI and get as long of a warranty as possible, because at least if you buy it from Amazon, if there's a problem, they'll just replace it as long as you have a warranty and you don't have to deal with the hassle of EcoFlow. And this is not uncommon with portable power stations. I've seen similar comments about Bluetti and even Jackery. So I would always buy a power station from a third-party vendor versus directly from the manufacturer. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave comments about your experience with EcoFlow, especially with things like customer service and product quality. Love to know your thoughts. I will be back soon with another video.